hoping that wherever you are watching this video, you are in good health and safe. Today, we will talk about the risk in cyber world, which will be entitled Think Before You Click. We all know how technology changes the lifestyle of humanity, from the field of communication, industries, transportations, medicines, and so much more. Everything is now possible. We are all living in the 21st century, where technological innovation is a must. Every day of our lives, something is discovered, something is new, most especially in the field of information. Today, believe it or not, Internet has an open access in which everyone can communicate from each other, both familiar and stranger. So, this is where the risk starts to warn to every netizen who are still young, novice, or naive in this aspect. I'm afraid that your younger sister or brothers are exposed to them. Are you aware of that? Or, the bottom line is, are you knowledgeable with that?
There are so many social media platforms today that encourage people, regardless of age, to be part of the system. These are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram that unconsciously consume our time. For some, especially for teenagers today, it seems that the world is only rotating on social media without thinking the risk. I'm not against the social media. In fact, they are very useful since it gives us communication despite how far we are from each other. With one click, we can talk to them as if they are just very close to us. More than that, it entertains us and feeds some useful information about current events that are happening all over the world. But, sad to say, despite how useful it is, there are still selfish people who use these forms of information negatively. Through social media, some people would just share information that they have seen somewhere on the internet without knowing the legibility of the news. What if you have shared fake news? Have you ever thought what will be the impact of fake news the moment you share it to your friends, family, or someone who close to you? Exactly. Think before you click.
To know if the news is fake or not, know the publisher's credibility.
Just because a site is popular among your friends doesn't mean its content is accurate. Questions like, what is the domain? What's the publisher's point of view? Who is the author?
Then pay attention on the quality and timeliness.
Notice the spelling errors. Lots of capital letters or very dramatic punctuations. Is the story current or recycled?
Third, check the sources and citations.
So how did you find the article? Who is or who is not quoted? And what they say? Is the information available on the other sites? Can you perform reverse research for the sources and images?
And lastly, ask the pros.
Have you ever visited a fact-checking website? Do your own detective work and feel more confident in being able to identify fact and fiction.
So, those are simple ways on how to identify whether it is a fake news or not. How about you? Did it ever cross to your mind the results when you post something on social media? What is your purpose in posting it? When posting, make sure that you are responsible of the content and effect of what you are spreading. So always have the positive mindset on the things that you are posting on your social media accounts so that it can help other netizens too. Do not ever rant on social media. Netizens do not totally understand your story. You may have their attentions but not as thorough as they should be. As a result, it seems that you are seeking for attention. It hurts, isn't it? Sometimes, too offensive rants on social media can result to a crime, which is cyber libel. This will give you punishment that depends upon on the intensity of the damage taken by someone you assaulted virtually. Also, let me mention the risk of the online predators who are hiding and waiting for the right time to attack. Most of their victims are children that are ages 12 to 18 years old. See? As early as that. brief as I can, there are so much more to talk about with these issues. This topic is a broad topic which needs more time to talk about. For now, what important is you learn something from these issues. Be responsible of your action. As much as possible, if it's not needed, make your life private. Before I end this video, I would love to share 5 important tips about being a good netizen. Remember the golden rule.
Treat people the way you want to be treated.
Secondly, keep private information private.
In this day of age, it can be hard to keep information private. So be careful on who and how you give information. Information that is shared not only has effects on the person, but also about their family, friends, and for yourself.
Third, think about the future.
Everything is saved on the internet. Just because you deleted something off of the Facebook and Snapchat, it doesn't mean that it has been erased from the internet. Picture it like this. Every time you go to a different website, the internet makes a little tattoo of everything you do while on it. And that leads into our next point.
Fourth, be mindful of your brand.
When we think about brand, we think about clothing. And sometimes, clothing companies have issues or concerns that are truly passionate about. But the way they reach their audience is having a clear, well-delivered message. You are also a brand. Whenever engaging anyone in conversation on the internet, be it in a quick chat with your aunt living in Bacolod or having a debate with your fellow classmate, always be mindful of what you say so that it doesn't hurt your reputation or your brand.
And lastly, be yourself.
At the end of the day, the only thing we can be is ourselves. If you are into posting funny videos as I am, keep in that mind that you have an audience much bigger than what you thought. Even though we are taught as children not to judge a book by its cover, still our friends, family, and even future employers look at it. Because the World Wide Web isn't just an open source of information. It also makes your life an open book.
So, I hope you've learned something from this video. And as a future educator, it is our duty to guide students to be responsible enough in posting, clicking, and everything that can be found in the internet. Whatever it takes, just always remember, think before you click.